Hey, Pastor Wes here with one of our Ask Wes questions. First of all, let me say how much I appreciate those of you who are writing in, letting us know the questions that are on your heart and your mind. It helps us know how to best equip you. Ultimately, our desire is to see you equipped with the gospel as you live each and every day. Live your faith out in a way that is motivated by and inspired by the gospel of Jesus Christ. So please let us know, what are your questions? What are the things that you're dealing with? What questions do you have about God's Word? How can we help equip you? Well, someone wrote in and asked Pastor Wes, many of the people in my office are from India, and none of them are Christians. I want to evangelize with them. I want to share the good news with them, but doesn't always feel like it's the right time. And there's a slight language barrier. So how do I go about sharing the good news in my workplace with people who are different than I am? First of all, it's a wonderful question. I love the heart of the question because it's a desire to share the good news with others. It's been said before that the good news is only good news if it gets there in time. The heart of that statement is that the good news is only good news if people can hear it, if people have the opportunity to respond to it. So I think it really does start with that desire to want others to know about Jesus. But let me give you just a few practical things for you as you think about sharing your faith in the workplace. The first is, and this is kind of an odd way to start because often people want to run to the spiritual side of things, but I think there's something very important motivated by the gospel. And that is, you need to start by making sure that you're the best worker that you can be, that you're the best employee there on in the job site, because you have passages, for instance, that talk about doing your work as unto the Lord. You have a host of proverbs that deal with the issue of laziness. It's going to be very difficult to share your faith in the workplace, even with people who are different than you, if you're lazy, if you do your work half-heartedly, if you show up late, you're never on time. That has implications for having opportunities to share the good news about Jesus. So I'm going to start by just encouraging you to be the very best worker that you can be. Secondly is, particularly when you're talking about evangelism in the workplace, it's very important to remember that people are not projects. People are made in the image of God. They are significant in who they are. And so it's not just that we want to see them saved, although we do. But they're not a project. They're not like our gospel project. These are people that we want to love, we want to care about. Because they are of a different ethnicity, I may need to get to know their language somewhat. I may need to know their background, their norms, their cultures. What can I learn about them because I want to care about them? I want to meet them at their level. I want to meet them on their turf. And so that means I have a responsibility to learn some things, to get to know some things so that I can ultimately get to know them. So don't treat people as projects. Treat them as people. Care for them, get to know their interest and their background. A third thing that I would encourage you with is, when you have those opportunities in a workplace to share your values, to comment on your convictions and beliefs just about life, that's going to create opportunities for people to say, well, why do you do that? Why do you have that conviction? Why do you have that belief? And so take those opportunities, because they're absolutely there when we interact with people in the workplace, to share those values, convictions, beliefs that God has placed on your heart. Those things, that is, working hard, caring about people, getting to know their interest. Thirdly, sharing your beliefs and convictions about things, not may present opportunities. They will present opportunities to answer the why. Why do you work hard? Why do you believe the way you believe? Why do you truly care about others? And the answer is the gospel of Jesus. That it's because of what Christ has done for me, what He's done in my life. That's why I believe these things. That's why I do these things. And so, particularly of people who are of a different ethnicity, you've got to go the extra mile to really understand them, understand what they're dealing with, to create those opportunities where you can tell them the life-transforming power of Jesus Christ.